But if I am to rest transparently in the spirit which gave me rise, I have to believe that starting from there, I can get to the spirit. Unless everything I've said to you is bullshit. So I went to work. And I said, listen, that surfing idea, I love that surfing idea. I love it. I just want to fool with it a little bit. They said, well, but it's young, it's hot. I said, and I love that. I love that. But what if this was about, in the aftermath of 9/11, whatever God is becomes aware that we have been so infantilized, we have been made such children by our addiction to media, which doesn't sink its roots deep, that we have become capable of a genocide. Now, they sleep through this shit anyway, the bosses. That's great. That's great. And they're looking, what the fuck did he just say? That is beautiful. But you'll have the surfing, right? I said, the surfing is of the essence. The surfing is of the essence. I said, what was that other shit? Not shit, I mean, it's great, but I mean, what was it that you said? I said, well, it's like this. 9/11, terrible. We can all agree, right? But let's say the invasion of Iraq, what exactly is the connection between 9/11 and the invasion of Iraq? Well, they had weapons of mass destruction, blah, 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 blah. My sense from watching that stuff, you know, was as I'm watching the planes go into the building over and over and over and over and over again, I'm thinking, it's enough. It's enough with the planes going into the building. You know, I want my old programs back. I don't want to have to look at that crap all the time. So my president is talking to his programmers, and what the president says is, let's give them 12-episode miniseries. We say, we come up with the villains. We're going to go in. We're going to, at the end, we'll pull down the statue. We'll give them a whole different program, and it'll be fine. And they are so sick of those of that entertainment where the planes go into the buildings, they'll love it. So we staged the invasion of Iraq really as a change in programming for an audience so narcotized by their addiction to television that all of their frustrated patriotism is, you know, that's right. That is, but now 3,100 people, terrible, terrible thing, right? Let's say that 20 million Tutsi and Hutu have murdered each other over the same, since 9/11. Well, none of that was on my television. God bless them. They're black people anyway. They're savages. Whatever happened, happened. That's not my problem, is the way the programmers encourage us to think. But the planes going into our building, that fucked up our schedule. That fucked up our TV schedule. So here we go. We go into Iraq. We stage our 12-day miniseries. The thing comes, now people start to get sick. It's a 12-episode miniseries. Now what are you telling me? People are still being killed? I'm done with that. I'm done with that show. So now we get sick of that show. Now the problem becomes, since the message has been given to us, well, we can solve your problem with better programming. What's going to happen the next time, and there's going to be a next time, that there's a terrorist attack? And the next time what's going to happen is there will be a charlatan who's going to make this clone look like Mother Teresa, who's going to say, do we want to kill every Muslim in the world? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But by the same token, they are fucking up our programming. And if what is required is that some innocents die so that we can get American Idol back on the air, with the best will in the world and enormous regret, let's find the people that bombed the civilians in Nagasaki and let's get busy. So let's go back now to the idea that whatever the spirit of the universe is, feels that this civilization is tending toward a genocide, and dispatches its representative to try to change the American psyche. And the only way the spirit of the universe feels that the American psyche can be changed is if the spirit manifests itself as a child with enormous powers. And if this spirit begins by addressing the absolutely fucking stupidest people in America, which are the surfers. So that was John from Cincinnati. And again, what I was trying to get the show shaped up to do is by that he gets these certain, now how are you going to, and now you can imagine with what wild enthusiasm the network responded as they began to see this thing going like this, as we love you, we love you. But I don't understand a goddamn thing that's going on here. So this is an elaborate preparation for this idiot, John, who is perceived as one of the stupid surfers by the other surfers, and who has mysteriously appeared, renders them unconscious for the first time, and begins to deliver subliminally a sermon to them on how the capacity to symbolize, to agree upon the meaning of certain symbols, has allowed us to organize in groups larger than 44.